Silveri, Channel 50 News. Weeknights at 7 and 10.
Real cops, real cases, real criminals. Stories told by the cops who lived them and will remember them for the rest of their lives. Top Cops.
We at the Sex Crimes Unit of the Cleveland Police Department always get concerned when we come across a pattern of attacks that suggest a single repeat offender. We call these repeat offenders serial rapists, and they are the worst sex criminals you can encounter.
In 1987, Mike and I began to track a repeat offender we dubbed the bus stop rapist. The tendency with serial rapists is to escalate the frequency and violence of their attacks until a victim dies.
The bus stop rapist's first victim was a teenager named Stephanie Sugarman.
Unmoved by her tears, the attacker drove Stephanie to a secluded spot and raped her.
You get dressed, you hear? And get out of my car. Hurry up! Are you done yet? Come on, get out of my car, you good-for-nothing slut.
Stephanie went to her aunt's house and called the police. At the hospital, she described her assailant.
He was black. He had jerry curls and a mustache.
Do you know how tall he was? How heavy?
No. He was just big. His face had all these little holes. It was like...
Pockmarks?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what you call them.
Anything else?
He was a policeman.
Code 2, I see you. Code 2, I
He had on a uniform like yours. And there was a badge.
Do you remember the badge number?
I think it was 510.
Okay, look, I'm gonna get some detectives down here right away. Do you feel up to doing any more talking?
3 units of plasma to OR stat. 3 units of plasma to OR
The case was immediately assigned to our professional conduct and internal review department, but the officer whose badge number matched the suspect's wasn't identified by the victim and did not fit her description of the attacker. He also owned a different model of car. Once PCI concluded that a Cleveland policeman wasn't involved, the case was turned over to us.
Andrea, we just got a call from Zone Cars. They picked up the guy who attacked that old woman on 87th. He's trying to break into another apartment.
Okay, Mike, I'll be right with you.
What's that, a new case?
Yeah. PCIR sent it down. Teenage girl who thought her attacker might be a cop.
A cop?
Perp was wearing a uniform.
Any other leads?
Not really. A red car with a broken passenger window. Probably been repaired by now.
She been in to check mugshots?
Yeah. She didn't finger anyone. Poor kid was so scared she doesn't remember half of what happened.
Maybe that's for the best.
It seemed to be an isolated instance with nothing to connect it to any other crime of sexual assault until Janice Caldwell.
Excuse me. See what time the bus will be coming by?
Oh, sorry, I don't.
Was there a telephone around here? I gotta make a call. Tell them I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, just up the block.
Thanks.
Okay.
Kill you right here. Do you understand?
Janice Caldwell was taken to a secluded area, robbed of $5, and raped.
gentlemen, here he is, Paul Schaefer!
What's interesting is that you both described the same broken car window.
With a plastic cover.
Was there anything in the car that might help identify him? Anything unique, personal, or out of the ordinary?
Yes. He had a nightstick. Like that one. And his shoes. He had on shoes like those.
It can't be a cop. Those numbers we got off that perp's badge don't match any sequence we use.
All that suggests is that he's not a cop in Cleveland. Maybe he's from some small town nearby.
I'll start running what we got through other departments.
Better check private security firms, too. Campus police, outfits like that.
I'm telling you, I don't believe any cop could do this.
Well, whoever he is, he's operating like he's a law unto himself. And that's trouble.
For 2 months, our rapist dropped out of sight. Then he returned with a vengeance. In the early morning hours of May 10th, Wanda Kennedy was the first to encounter him.
If you don't cooperate, I'm gonna kill you. You understand?
Yes.
You understand? Take my arm. Take my arm! That's good. That's good. I'm just gonna walk up the street, and nobody's gonna get hurt. In the car.
Wanda got away, but over the next 90 minutes, he unsuccessfully tried to abduct 2 other women.
Then at 5:45, he attacked Faith Davenport.
I got a gun.
No, please!
Do what I say, or I'll blow your head off. You understand?
Put up one hell of a fight and made a desperate bid to escape. Faith Davenport got away. Half an hour later, Heidi Sharp was not so lucky.
And you get out! I've wasted enough of my day on you bitches.
I don't see any geographical pattern.
No. So let's go over what we have. All the victims gave us matching descriptions. Black, longish curly hair, pockmarked face.
He drives a red 2-door hatchback with a broken passenger window. He attacks women waiting at bus stops.
And all the locations are near major highway systems, which means this man knows his way around these areas.
If they could only find that damn car.
This guy's in his late 20s. I'm sure he didn't become a serial rapist overnight.
8 o'clock, be there sharp. All right. Yeah, good talk.
Let's run through these. Maybe we'll find somebody with his M.O.
Thanks, Texas. Hey, how you feeling? Well,
I think I've got something. This is from February 20th, 1988. A woman named Madeline Gans walking home from a coffee shop at 4:20 in the morning. A black male tried to force her into his 2-door red car. She escaped.
Was there a description of the guy?
Long jerry curls, mustache, pockmarked face, late 20s, and something new. 6 feet, 180 pounds. It's not much, but every little bit helps.
If we don't find that car, you know damn well they'll strike again.
Mike and I became consumed with this case. We adjusted our hours so we could drive around the areas where the attacks occurred, trying to figure out what kind of man we were after.
Was he in law enforcement or just using that disguise to get close to his victims?
What about releasing a profile on this guy?
I think we'd just be frightening every woman that takes a bus at night for no good reason. And we could also be sending him into hiding.
What about a composite sketch?
Maybe. But some of the composite drawings I've issued before got me chasing down more blind alleys than following solid leads.
That hatchback's going to be the key. No zone car's going to miss that if it hits the streets again.
This is the part of the job I hate. Knowing so much and still having so little that you have to wait for him to make the next move.
Hey, you want to take another run down Madison? The next night bus on that route will just be starting out.
I thought you had court in the morning.
The case is open and shut. I could testify in my sleep if I had to.
Probably wouldn't be the first time.
Just drive, lady, okay?
Excuse me. Yeah. Well, where's the property room?
It's on 21. You're on 23.
I really don't know what made me notice this guy. There was just something about him that raised me up.
What's the number for the property room?
221.
Larry, Mike Cipo. Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, a black male in a security uniform, mustache, about 30, roughly 6 feet, pockmarked face is coming to see you. I want his ID and his address. Yeah, and let me know what he's doing down there. Thanks.
Detective Cipo?
Damn.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, not bad.
You work a long time on a case. Follow every lead, question every witness, and often your break still comes out of left field.
During the trial's lunch break, Mike learned the man's name was Dennis Metler. He obtained a birth date and learned that Metler had a case pending for carrying a concealed weapon.
According to records, Dennis Metler has a private commission on file.
Then he's not authorized to carry a weapon?
Nope, and they've got him as a registered security guard.
Is he connected with any firm?
No, and I couldn't make the patch on his uniform.
You might not need it. I ran him through DMV. He owns a 1981 Ford Escort, a two-door hatchback.
Close enough for me. Guess we should have called first.
Who processed Metler's concealed weapons charge?
The county.
Let's see if we can get anything from the sheriff's department.
That's where we hit pay dirt.
We should call in his last rape victim and show her a photo spread.
I don't know, Mike. What if she doesn't recognize him?
Then she'll pick him out in the lineup.
The ID would be tainted. Let's call in one of the abduction victims. If we blow that, then we'll still have the rape victims for the lineup.
Which one do you want?
Kennedy. She was the calmest one.
I gotta bring this over here. Okay. See that? Okay.
Wanda, we're going to show you photographs of 5 men. We want you to tell us if the man who abducted you was one of them. Now take your time and make sure.
You got it. Oh, yeah.
Are you all right? That's him. That's him.
Are you positive? You want to be 100% sure.
I'll never forget that face the rest of my life. That's him.
We got a statement from Wanda Kennedy and took her to the prosecutor's office where a warrant was issued for the arrest of Dennis Metler.
Metler was employed by the Marshall Detective Agency, a private security firm. Mike was back in court, so I went to arrest him with Detective Andrea Mace.
You guys wait here. I don't think he'll make this difficult, but there's always the chance.
Okay.
I love you. Think you're delightful, absolutely. You don't think it's a little too dressy for Yeah.
Detective Andrea Mace, Cleveland Police. You're under arrest, Mr. Metler.
I'd never seen anyone as stunned as Metler was on being arrested.
Hands in the air.
She's got a gun.
Nice and easy.
He never said a word, not one word.
Freedom of rights.
Dennis Metler, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Let's find that card.
Then I realized he never dreamed he would be arrested.
Fits the description, except for the passenger window.
Call a truck. Let's get it towed.
$6210, requesting a tow truck at 3416 River. 6210, 10-4.
He's fixed it. But you can still see where duct tape held on the plastic. Hey, what's going on here?
Policeman, do you mind telling us your name?
Metler. It's my husband's car.
Mrs. Metler, we've just placed your husband under arrest.
What for? 11 counts of rape, ma'am.
I really felt bad for his little girl. Not only would she one day learn that her dad was a criminal, but that he was a serial rapist. Seeing the family of the assailant always makes it hard because they, too, are his innocent victims.
I've always tried to separate myself emotionally from my work, to look at it as just a job. But a case like the bus stop rapist really affects you. It angers you to see these women who have been affected for life by what's happened. You want to do everything in your power to make them feel safe again. It definitely helps when a rape victim knows her attacker is behind bars.
Top Cops returns in a moment with the aftermath of this story.
Your thing was right up and I saw your stomach.
Try lean pockets, too.
Dennis Metler was indicted on 27 counts of kidnapping, rape, felonious assault, gross sexual impositions, and robbery. He pled guilty to all counts except the rape of the 12-year-old, which was dismissed as part of his plea bargain. He was sentenced to 235 years in the state penitentiary at Orient, Ohio. Andrea Mace continues to serve in the sex crimes unit of the Cleveland Police Department. In 1992, Michael Cipo left the sex crimes unit and now serves in personnel. He was named Policeman of the Month as a result of this case.
Improve your entertainment every Saturday on KFTY. Starting at 8, tune in for a brand new season on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, followed by the detective adventures of 700-year-old vampire Nick Knight on Forever Night. Then it's the Ultimate Freak Show, hosted by a slightly decayed master of ceremonies on Tales from the Crypt at 10 o'clock. All right here, Saturday nights on KFTY Channel 50.